Hi, my name is Darylyn Jones. Today is September 22nd. This is my Biology 240 cardiovascular system dissection of our fetal pig. Alright, so the first thing we did was we started out by taking the black foam pad and a cookie tray, and we took our rope and we tied our pig down so that he won't move, so that we'll be able to dissect it. Okay. So once we did that, we opened him up, and the first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna open up the cervical region. Okay, so the cervical region is gonna be right here across the throat. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna use our scalpel and our forceps, and the straight probe to remove the muscle and the connective tissue from the neck. So we're going to take our scalpel and we're going to cut into him right here across the neck. Not to do it too far, because we don't want to cut into the hyoid or the the thyroid bone. Okay, and I think we did. Oh my God, he's bleeding. Okay, so it says we're gonna go all the way across. It says continue cutting into the superficial muscle and connective tissue of the neck to expose the hyoid muscle, and the thymus is shown in figure 11. Is this scalpel processing history? Okay. So we have our blunt probe. Okay, make an incision this way so we can see and we can open that up. Okay, so this is the connective tissue. We're gonna kind of remove it so we can see. And I'm sorry, I'm sort of kind of hitting our cameraman over here, which I don't mean to do. So then we are going to take our pin, and we're going to pin that so we can actually see what's going on. And it's bad because my fingers are now slippery. Okay, a piece is already gone. Okay. This is muscle. Okay, so we've cutting that so we can see in there now. Okay. So now we can see right here, and this is where the hyoid bone and the thymus are located. So we're gonna go ahead and just but we don't want to cut into the jugular because it's right over here. And I think we already have. Okay. So you have your thyroid and your thymus. Okay. Lift the hyoid muscle with the straight probe and remove them. Remove them to expose the full larynx and the thymus, underlining the thyroid gland, which you see in figure 12A. The thymus gland is especially large on this pig as it is a fetal tissue. So we're going to remove that. Where's our probe? So I'm looking. I can feel the larynx and the bone right here. Okay. Next page. Okay, so we're going to leave that portion so that we can take a picture of it later, and we're going to go ahead and move on to the next portion. So for this portion, what we're going to do in this next step is we're going to dissect the thoracic cavity, and we're going to view the underlying organs, the blood vessels, and then it says first palpate the lower chest to find the interior region of the rib cage. So when we palpate, we just feel with our fingers. So I can feel the ribs right here. This is the bottom part of the ribs, and then this is all soft. So this is where we're going to cut. So we're going to cut straight down. Straight down. And then we're going to go across. Actually, we're going to go down a little bit more. Okay. So now we have the next page, the breastbone and the thoracic cavity. Okay, so we're going to peel this muscle back right here so we can see all of our thoracic cavity. Okay, so we did that side. Watch out, Daddy. Watch out for the squirt on you. Alright. Okay. So right here we have our rib cage, but on this side we cut a little bit off. So we're gonna go back up in here. Alright. So we're gonna cut this way so we can see our ribs. Okay. We're gonna take our dissection pins and we're gonna pin this portion down. Alright. Okay. So in this portion, we're going to make note of here are our ribs. 1 second. So using scalpel cut through the midline, which we did, down the chest, start at the most superior end down to the inferior end. So we started from top to bottom. Okay, and then we're gonna make incision 2, which is gonna go bilaterally superior to the midline. So that's this cut across the sides. And then it says, use dissection scissors and tissue forceps to go ahead and get rid of all of the extra stuff so that we can see the underlying organs and blood vessels, keeping the lower blade of the scissors to close inner wall of the thoracic cavity. This is the thoracic cavity. Okay. The rib cage can be difficult to open once you have made the correct cuts. In addition, the bone fragments may be sharp. Make multiple cuts between the ribs and both sides. Pull these pieces back individually and cut them off at the dorsal end of the ribs to expose the inside of the thoracic cavity. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we have our ribs right here. And I can feel one up here. So we're going to open right here. Okay, that's the ribs. This is a little bit of rib right here as well. Okay, so as you can tell, this is the inside of the thoracic cavity. Okay, so you have your heart, you have your lungs that are on the sides, which I believe we actually we cut into on accident. From this point, carefully remove the excess tissue or any clotted blood that surrounds the heart, lungs, trachea, and neck. When you have removed the excess tissue, rinse the inside of the pig so that any clots and excessive tissue are removed. Okay, so we're not going to rinse him because we don't have any clots and any excessive tissue. Okay, next page. All right, so from this point, we're going to go ahead and we're going to introduce to you guys what everything is. So this right here is the internal jugular vein. Okay. Right here we have the cephalic vein. Right around this portion we have the right subclavian vein. And then on this side, going down, we have the external jugular. And then on the inner part, we have the internal jugular. We have the left subclavian vein. We have the bronchiocephalic trunk. And then right around this area, we have the superior vena cava. Okay, so later on, we'll go ahead and take a picture of those. Next page. All right. So on this next one, we're going to go through and we're going to name the different arteries. So right around here, we have the common carotid artery. We have the left subclavian arteries over here. We have the aorta, which is right over here, which goes down to our heart. Okay. We have the bronchial trunk, which is right around this area as well. And then wrapped around the heart, we have the coronary arteries. This is the heart right here. You have your coronary arteries. Right here, you have your right atrium, your right ventricle, your left atrium, and your left ventricle. And then coming out from there, you have your pulmonary arteries and your pulmonary veins. Okay. All right, so those are all of the structures that we needed to show you for our dissection. Hope it was informative. Thanks again for watching. My name is Darylyn Jones, and today is September 22nd. Thank you.